So, what are Emanators? This is something I've been trying to figure out basically since I started playing Honkai Star Rail, mostly because everyone gets onto me when I call Jing Yuan an Emanator for reasons that will become apparent later. According to the databank, an Emanator is someone who has received the grace of an Eon. The extent of power that's granted to the Pathstrider is dependent on the Eon themselves. Some Eons don't give a shit, and therefore give very little power. Some, like the Eon of Destruction, give a fuck ton of power, and some, like Aha, subscribe to the fuck around and find out philosophy. So then you'd think anyone who's received grace or a blessing from an Eon would be an Emanator, right? Well, apparently not. Despite the fact that it's stated that all of the generals of the CN show are blessed by Lan, Jing Yuan being an example, people argue that they can't actually be Emanators. Why? Mostly because no one's officially stated that they are Emanators. What's most frustrating is that the databank description of an Emanator is vague. Technically, the only requirement of an Emanator is to be graced by an Eon, but Eons themselves can also decide how much power to give their Emanators, so some Emanators seem to have a lot more power than others. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna call anyone an Emanator unless it's in their title. Everyone else gets the status of Warlock with an Eldritch Abomination as their sugar daddy. This includes Jing Yuan and his big fuck-off spirit bodyguard.